Shalom. We're with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge from 125th Street under commanding General Hunter from Harlem, New York. And if you're not in the UPK, you are not in the truth. All right. Today with brotherhood. It seems like we've been a minute, but we back in power. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Most High. You know what I'm saying? All right. Today, all right, what was that? Give me Matthews 15 and 13, dealing with brotherhood. When I say that brotherhood is a duty, meaning if, I know they got you thinking love is a feeling, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? Your feelings don't matter. Your feelings will change. Love is a duty. Something to get, like if your mother asks you to do something, you or your father, you are compelled to do that. Show duty to them because you love them. All right? Give me that.
Matthew 15.
No. I thought it was John 15 and 13.
SHALAM.
You know what I'm saying? To get to that. You're going to find out that self-respect, meaning love for yourself, will help you love other people. I don't know if you ever paid attention. Most people do some of the most horrible things. They'll tell you nobody cared for them. It's very important in life to feel loved. You know what I'm saying? That's why the brotherhood is so important. This is the place where you belong. This home when you see the UPK for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That really means something. All right, you got that for me? Read that.
The book of St. John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love has no man than this.
It say, greater love have no man than this. Keep reading.
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
That he what?
That a man lay down his life for his friends.
Now, in your Christian mind, again, I like saying that, in your Christian mind, you think that means you seen a devil finna get hit by the bus and you jump out there and save him. That's not what that's about, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Say no greater love than a man have that he lay down his life for his brother. Let me help you get in the right mind state. Let me get Exodus 15:3 so we can understand the mind state of Christ when he said this. You know what I'm saying? Because Christian wants you to think everything is filtered through a lens of love. You know what I'm saying? What you don't realize that the love that the Bible talking about is the brotherhood. The nation of Israel should love each other. Outside of that, you don't owe them anything but to keep the law. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Meaning,
right.
don't go rob him. You see the white man coming out of the bar, don't rob him. But you ain't gotta love him. You keep the law. All right? Give me that. This is 15:3.
The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
So now go back to John. So when you hear that the Lord is a man of war, this is the mind state he in. So when you hear love your brother like you love yourself, when you hear no greater love than a man have that he should lay down his life for his brother, he talking from a mind state of warfare. Guess what that sound like? An army. You know what I'm saying? Read that again.
St. John.
John 15:13.
The book of John, chapter 15, verse 13. Greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend.
Now, you say no greater love. That's an army. That's what a military does. The men in the army that go out and fight, they fighting for each other when they in the field. Not only that, they fighting for their whole nation to protect them, to preserve them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get out of this Christian on church singing and dancing mind state when you read the Bible. You got to take it from a government official, like the apostle said. We are ambassadors of Christ. That's a government position. The army of the Lord is a real position. You know what I'm saying? We got to get in that mind state and take the mystic talk off of us. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this up because And that's about brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 John 4:20. While I pull this up.
Final one come. The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hate his brother, he is a liar. For he that love not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he have not seen?
Salaki, read that last part again.
For he that love not his brother,
For he that love not his brother,
whom he hath seen,
who he has seen,
how can he love God, whom he have not seen?
now you gotta understand that it's a lot of people out here. I mean, well, they call it black on black crime, which it's just crime. It's a violation of the law, however you look at it. Talking about the Lord's law. Well, Israelites back and forth with the gang stuff, the drugs, and you know the whole lifestyle, the culture of that. How can you, the Most High looking down on that and know for a fact you don't love him? I don't care if you're in Christian churches, your grandmama, he know you don't love him. Why? Because you don't love the brothers and sisters living next door to you that you see every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing going on in the city where I'm not going to bring too much attention to that, but brothers into it over rap music. You can't love God, who you ain't never seen, but hate your brother for stepping on your shoes.
Right.
Come on now, we gotta wake up, man. We not living in no type of brotherhood. Why? Because you have no identity. You have no nationhood. You falling, the white people done put you in a position where you don't know nothing about yourself, and literally you going to and fro all over the earth to get some refreshment. That's why Christ said that he is the bread, his word is the bread of life. He the bread of life. Why? Because what he taught his disciples, what he came teaching, was something you could live off of. You can't live off the white man philosophy, or you will become a criminal, a homosexual, a pervert, an immoral person. All right? This brotherhood is important because with the nationality, identity, that brotherhood forms a government based on laws. All right? You got that? What we hold? Read that.
The book of 1 John.
1 John.
Chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that love not his brother, whom he have seen, how can he love God, whom he have not seen? Verse 21.
Get that, because rich people, rich brothers, rich Israelites think that the poor Israelites, the reason why they looked upon and still being a nigga. It's because they hate you. The Michael Jordans of the world, oh, they hate poor ghetto niggas. They think it make him look bad. When in reality, you really could raise up all those brothers if you cared and had self-respect and love for yourself. Hate made you invest in prisons while they locking up all your brothers and sisters in there. You know what I'm saying? Self-hate make you put the price of your shoes $250 for poor people to commit crime to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, in this world, all you see is fame and his wealth, and you think he's an alright, decent individual. They thought that in the Bible also. That's why when the rich man say, how hard, we're going to pull that in a minute. How hard is a rich man to get into heaven? We're going to pull it in a minute. You finished?
Verse 21.
Read.
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loved God, love his brother also.
He who loves God does what?
Love his brother also.
Guess what, love? Love is a duty. Love is an action. All right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that for you. I want to say, is that the book of Hebrews when he give... Hold on right quick. Huh? Matthew, I think in the book of Hebrew when they say what they love, is that in the book of Hebrew? Give me 1 second. Let me pull that. Now, if you love God, or so you say, everybody say they love God, right? The white man wants you to think everybody brothers, everybody in a culture where you supposed to get along, everybody equal. But if you love God, you will love your brothers. How did the white man treat you? He didn't treat you brotherly. Guess what? The God he loved is not your power black man, Latino man, Native American man. You got that for me?
Okay.
Pull that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 2. By
Okay.
this we know that we love the children of God when we love God and keep his commandments.
And do what?
And keep his commandments.
Okay.
Verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. And
So-
his commandments are not grievous.
If you love the Most High, it say you would love your brother. All right. Now, also, if you love God, you'll keep the commandments. Guess what? The two commandments broke down into two sections: love for the Most High and love for your neighbor. All of them put in these two categories. When you don't steal from your brother, that's an act of love.
Okay.
Not only how do I know? Because you're not taking from him and you're keeping the commandment. You see how that works? First, you got to love God in order for you to keep the commandment, which would be love for your brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that works. All right, hold on. Keep reading. Is some on that?
La'ah.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull to what I'm looking for. It might be love is patient. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 Corinthians 4 through 8. We going to 1 Corinthians. We just dealing with what is love. Everybody got they love talk, but it ain't no action. Meaning, the Christians brung a picture of a white boy, called him Jesus, and said they loved you. While at the same time, they murdered and enslaved those very people. You know what I'm saying? 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, start at verse 4. Yeah, the same, all that love talk. Mean love is a duty. Mean if you love the Most High God, how do he know? It's based on the action. Keep the commandments. If you love your brother, guess what you would do? You would love him as yourself. Guess what? Loving God is keeping the commandment, and the commandments is for the benefit of every brother and sister. It's for that benefit. It's life. That's why Christ said his word is life. He gave you the commandments to show you how to live, how to prosper, how to be a nation. Most High said if you kept them commandments, you would have became powerful people and owned the land. Your sons and daughters would be the people being read about in every avenue of life as the creators or the people who started this and did that. Like you reading, like your kids go to school and read about the white man invented the light bulb. It ain't supposed to be like that. You would have heard, oh, so Israelite invented this. He made that. He did that. We'll be in schools like that. And guess what? It would be all true. It wouldn't be fabricated. It wouldn't be stolen from nobody with your name on it. Our people would be all the great peoples of the earth. But because we don't love God, because we don't love our brothers, the heathen, the devil had became a great thing on earth. You know what I'm saying? Give me that scripture.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 4. Charity suffered long.
So, love or charity suffers long. That's an action. Suffer. That's an action. I don't see nothing about it fit. It suffered long. Keep reading.
And it's kind.
And it's what?
And it's kind.
Keep reading.
Charity envy not.
What you mean envy? Meaning a person that got true love for his brother don't have jealousy, envy, or hatred in his heart behind him. Keep reading.
Charity
Vaunts not itself. Meaning, keep reading.
It is not puffed up.
Meaning, love for the brotherhood don't make you push yourself up to be seen or recognized. That ain't love. All these words are action. Love is not puffed up. Keep reading.
Verse 5. Do not behave, Salaki. Do not behave itself unseemly, seek it, nor hurt.
All right, so hold on. Love, charity or love does not behave itself unseemly. What do you mean unseemly? You know what I'm saying? It ain't rude, it ain't all bad. When I say rude, I'm not talking about form of speech. I mean dealing with the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, I sure had the work. I'm still working on it because I was very rude. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, in my conversation. So it's part of discipline. That's why the Bible say the Holy Spirit give you power, love, and self-control. That self-control is a key fact. Why? Because I can see the self-control of brothers keeping it law, and I know the Spirit is working with them, the Holy Spirit. And then when I say that, and I'm not in a Christian mindset, but it said, but back to the scripture, it says that love does not behave unseemly. Unseemly is of behavior or action. Notice the action. This is the definition. Not proper or appropriate. All right? Notice that all these things dealing with love have actions to do with it. Meaning if you love your brother, it should be some actions that accompany that. You can't just say, oh, I'll kill for you, brother. Then, when like the general bunk out last night in the scripture, you say all this, and then, the brother tell you how the brother might need this, or the brother need help. And then you send him on his way without helping him at all, and then tell him, go pray about it, and be safe, be blessed, and send him right out the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not an act of love. That's talk. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
We got some on that?
Come. Seeketh not her own. It is not easily provoked.
Well, they say love seekers not her own. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people focus on me. Guess what? If you only think about yourself, you are a child. That's what kids do. Meaning, soon as you get grown, you liable to have kids and you have a parent. You can't even afford to think about yourself. You get up and go to a slavery because you know that I got to provide for them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get up and make moves not for yourself, but for your family. And guess what? As you can consider and put yourself in other people's positions and think about how to help them, the more people you do that with, the greater you will be. That's why Christ said, those who want to be great among you must be a servant of all. You know what I'm saying? The more you can put your mind on helping more other people, the bigger your brain is. You know what I'm saying? For real, you got to understand it. We got some on there? Hold on. It say, it's not easily provoked. I hope you young brothers get that part. You know what I'm saying? When you come into the truth, not to get on nobody or nothing like that. I'm just saying, when you come into the truth, you got to shake some of this stuff out. And a lot of brothers are easily provoked. Right. Get it out of yourself. Stop thinking about how I feel. That's gay damn near. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying because you have feelings that gay. But, hey, man, stop being selfish. That's not in the spirit of brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Christ told us a man to lay down his life for his brother. It's no greater love. That's like an army. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? That army got rank, order, and structure. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in that motion where it's just you ain't got no feelings. But the act of love is you carrying out your job and your duty towards this truth, in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Think no evil.
Think what?
Think no evil.
Keep reading.
Verse 6. Rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in truth.
Meaning this here. A lot of people got their joy and they love in the word from all the things that break the law. Meaning they go to the club, which ain't nothing wrong with going to the club, but you can't go in there and be a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there and some people sell drugs at the club. Some people go in here and they bound to get into a fight because they can't control their liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The point I'm making is that that's not in the spirit of love. Love has no rejoicing in iniquities or the life of sin. But on the contrary, here what we hear, but love, read that.
But love rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth.
Love rejoices in the truth. And what is the truth? Thy word is true. They rejoice in keeping the commandment. It's a pleasure when you look around all the filthy heathens, and they eat dogs, they eat crab, they eat pork, and then you look at the holy nation. Most High told them not eat none of that trash. You should rejoice in it. That you are nothing like them. That you don't move or have nothing in your existence is patting out there enjoying this wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Thank the Most High that He gave us righteous laws, that He chose this nation. You know what I'm saying? For real. All right. You some more on that? Keep reading. Verse 7.
Verse 7. Beareth all things.
Hold up. He say He bears all things. A lot of people got a problem with, you know, that I don't know what type of burden you got or what you're going through, but to do this work ain't no burden. Nobody trying to murder you. Nobody trying to chase you down and kill you. No police is looking for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none of it. You ain't got to walk around every day. Don't get me wrong, if you want to, that's cool because it's open to carry in Texas. But you ain't got to walk around in danger thinking I got to have it because somebody might get me. This ain't that life. You know what I'm saying? The burden is, hey man, it's staying down. When I say a burden, it's not a burden, meaning you got to stay out. It's easy one day, come in 90 days. You got to look at the gyms. They've been doing this for 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? That's dedication. That's staying down. Meaning you can't be shook out of her. Why? Because if you love the Most High, you will love your brother, and it's not a feeling. That's what we read. These are duties. These are actions that proceed from a person that loved this brotherhood. All right? Meaning you're not easily provoked. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem with the rank and order. Hey, man, you're not easily provoked if you got true love for this brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? It's con out of one con. Get the job done. You know what I'm saying? All right. Read verse 7 again.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 7. Beareth all things. Believe all things. Hope all things. Endure all things.
He say he believes all things. What you mean? That don't mean he believes anything. He believes all of the truth. He don't say, oh yeah, I believe everything, but I still believe Mary is a virgin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He believes all of the doctrines in the truth. You know what I'm saying? He not only that, he believe in this word. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, if you believe that if I did this, I'd be a millionaire, would you would go do that to be a millionaire? If you believed in this truth and knowing that this is what the Most High wants us to do to build this kingdom up until He returns, and you gonna reign with Christ. If you truly believe that, you'll be about to work more. Now, I'm not saying you wrong, but yeah, but that's really what's going on. If you truly believed in this truth, you'll be about to work more. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you got to faith without works is dead. This for brothers who don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. Show me your faith, and you ain't putting in no work. That's what. Matter of fact, let's pull that. Hold on, let's finish this out. Let me get verse 8.
1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 8. Charity never faileth. Wherever there is prophecy, they shall fail. Where there be tongues, they shall cease. Where there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
All right, we can start right. So what is he saying? He's saying that, all right, knowledge, that's certain knowledge gonna pass away. All right, if it's, let me see, which whether it be tongue, the different, if you know all type of language, if you know about prophecy, all that's gonna come to an end. At some point, there ain't gonna be no more prophets. All the prophets gonna be fulfilled, and we gonna be in the kingdom. If you know all these different languages, one day Hebrew gonna be the language we gonna speak. It's gonna be under Christ. The whole world ought to speak one language, Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Now, that just I can't give you no scripture. I'm just saying everything gonna be under Christ's rule. All right. But what thing on here I noticed that does not end or never fails is charity or love for the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, you know all the precepts, but have not love. Paul say you are nothing. You might know all the prophecies, but if you don't love, meaning you can't love God without loving your brother. You know what I'm saying? Then you are nothing. You know what I'm saying? You holding something? Pull that.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men. Love the brotherhood.
Say what? Honor what?
Honor all men.
Who is the all men? Should you honor a murderer or a criminal? Common courtesy. Common courtesy is the law, but in its truth, all those men should be honored in its truth. Keep reading.
Honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Fear God.
Love what?
Love the brotherhood.
Guess what? Go out your way to do some work with the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Get out your personal opinions. If to have self-respect means you can respect other people. When a judge comes for somebody, he finna send you to prison for life. You could be the worst crackhead that ever existed. I heard this from, the general. So we teach what we taught. Guess what? He still gonna say, sir.
Right.
Because he got self-respect. You know what I'm saying? So he had no problem giving you that respect that's due to you as a person. Just in general, though. You know what I'm saying? Mean the same way when you come into the truth. You know what I'm saying? You have a problem, like, if you was on your job, well, I never did it, but the yes, sir, no, sir. When I say that, man, I wasn't even raised like that. Say yes, sir, no, sir. But guess what? When I came in truth, I learned self-respect. Now I can, yes, sir, come on one con. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't bother you to express respect for your brother. You know what I'm saying? If it do bother you, then you in the wrong mind state. You might need to call a counselor, one of these qualified counsel, meaning captain or somebody, and get some counseling. You know what I'm saying? All right, what we holding? We holding something? All right, give me let me read this right quick. Let me see if this is what I want. Give me Matthew 5:22.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause.
He say, whoever is angry with his brother without a cause, like they do in the world. In the world, these brothers got a lot of self-hate, so they see brothers just look at you and be like, I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Say, whoever is angry with a brother without a cause, keep reading. Verse 22.
Verse 22. But I say unto you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raja, shall be in danger of the council. But whoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire.
Now, when you look at that, you got to understand what this saying right here. Meaning, let me find that so I make sure I get that. Whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause, he ain't did nothing to you.
Right.
And you just angry with him, you want to harm him, you want to get at him, you know what I'm saying? That's not right. Christ is telling you that, you know what I'm saying? You going to be in danger of the judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The hate that's in you that you want to put on him, the Most High will bring that judgment on you yourself instead of on him. You know what I'm saying? Then he tell you, if you'll be in danger if you call your brother a fool or you just, disregard your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You see a brother in need, you refuse to help him. You disregard him like he's nothing. The Most High say you'll be in danger of hellfire. Why is that? Because you're not showing that love. He said, how can you love God whom you have never seen? You know what I'm saying? And then hate your brother whom you see every day. We ain't supposed to have that type of motion going on. You know what I'm saying? Give me Matthew 18:21.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Verse 22. Jesus said unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
Now, the last scripture we just read, if you angry with your brother without a fault. What if you angry with your brother and he's at fault? You know what I'm saying? The Bible say go to him and him alone. Go talk to him. Now, Peter right here say, I went and talked to him, but how many times should this happen? You know what I'm saying? How many times can me and this brother keep having problems and we come talk to each other alone and we get that together and we move it on? How many times should that happen? Christ tell them until 70 times 7 mean have compassion. Why? Because no one is, like he said to the woman, for the who they wanted to stone the woman caught in adultery. Those without sin cast the first stone. Having compassion on your brother, man. He do something you don't hold that hurt in your heart or have that hatred towards him. And you gonna know how, because it's gonna come back up again. That's how you gonna know every time. You gonna have a counsel, and you and that brother, y'all might even make it a counsel. Y'all might just talk it out right here. And then, something happen again, it come back up. That's how you know when that brother holding that in his heart. You know what I'm saying? But we supposed to have compassion. We supposed to forgive. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Matthew 25:40.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
All right, now, right here we say, Christ even saying, we've been reading the same, the idea never changes. You know what I'm saying? He say, if you love God, keep the commandments. If you love the Most High, you will love the brothers whom you see every day. And then Christ tell you, what you do to them brothers that you see every day, you have done it to me. Can you understand that? You say you love Christ, well, treat that brother like he Christ. You know what I'm saying? If Christ was right here and he gave you a command or an order, you'll carry it out. Treat that brother like that. Because what you do unto him, Christ said it was like you did it for him. All right? We got to get that. We got to move like that. Same way when I'm dealing with it. I got to remind, hey, man, this brother here is very important. I should look at him like this is like Christ. Because the way you love your brother or the things that you do, Christ just said in word, what's that? Let me find that for them. I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that once you get in this truth, you are connected with these brothers. This brother well-being is your concern. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because that's the love that we supposed to be. He say they gonna know you my disciples if ye love ye one another. Give me Luke 6:31.
Come.
6:31.
Come. The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that man should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Read it again.
The book of Luke, chapter 6, verse 31. And as ye would that man should do to you, do ye also to them likewise.
Keep reading.
Verse 32. For if ye love them which love you, what thanks have you? For sinners.
Hold on right there. It say if you only love those who love you, mean those who only show you kindness. Those who we just read what love sound like. You know what I'm saying? All the actions that come with that. If you only love people that love you, what reward you? I mean, what have you done that was a big thing? Like, if I borrow some money with you, it ain't a big thing when I pay you back the same money I borrowed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you love those who love you. All right? Keep reading.
What thanks have ye? For sinners also love those that love them.
Well, shit, the heathens do it also.
Right.
That's what he telling you. You ain't doing nothing special. Keep reading.
Come. Verse 32. For if ye love them which love you.
We at verse 33.
Oh, Salaki. Verse 33. And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thanks have ye? For sinners also do even the same.
Meaning, people in the world, they friends, they do good to each other. You know what I'm saying? The question he asked, what's the difference between those being the truth and the love that you got for each other? Meaning, I don't know a brother that live in Canada, but he in the UPK and in the truth. And if anyone called with that, and if it's in my power to do, I'ma move. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that in the world. You know what I'm saying? They only show love to those who show love to them. Personally. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
34. And if ye lend to them whom ye hope to receive, what thanks have ye?
I mean, why you gonna let somebody borrow some money and they gonna give you the money they gave back anyway? What thing did you deserve? You getting, in other words, you getting what you gave. So from people that do it back and forth with you, so what things do you get from that? Meaning, like, if you in the world, you call your homeboy, he don't thank you for giving him that money. Why? Because he know he got to pay it back. Yeah, him. Soon you call him. Hey, man, can I borrow $50? Yeah, he give it right to you. Guess what? You ain't appreciative like that because you know you got to get it back. Don't get me wrong. You happy he gave it to you, but let's say he gave you that money and he say, hey, you don't even owe me nothing. Right. You would think that, man, it would be a different appreciation for that. You know what I'm saying? But what they saying is, hey, man, what benefit or what thanks do you get for helping people that help you? You know what I'm saying? Giving the money back that you borrowed from a person. You don't get no thanks in that. It's like being even, but keep reading.
For sinners also lend to sinners.
Say what?
For sinners also lend to sinners.
Niggas in the street lend money to each other. Niggas in the street let niggas sleep on their couches.
Come.
You know, can you really understand that? When you talking about brotherhood in this word, it's more than just this doing good, expecting something in return. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again.
To what?
To receive as much again.
Even sinners do that. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 35. But love ye your enemies.
But what?
But love ye your enemies.
Keep reading.
And do good. and lend, hoping for nothing again.
Now, who is your enemies? In this particular passage, he's not talking about the white man. He talking to Israelites. They personal enemies living in Israel will be who?
They brethren.
Other Israelites. So he telling you, hey man, just because this your brother, an Israelite, you help him even if you don't like him. You know why? Because love never fails. Love is long suffering. This is what this brotherhood about. Moving, you ain't expecting no monetary reward from no brother and her or nothing like that. You moving to get this work done. You in that motion. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
And your reward shall be great.
And your reward, now, is there a reward? Yes, it is. Keep reading.
And ye shall be the children of the highest.
Guess what? The reward is becoming give me what's that? Romans 9:3. The reward is becoming a child of the highest, the most high God, to be God-like. That's the reward. You can't measure this reward in money or what a person can give you back in return. That's why he's telling you, when you do something for one of the brothers, you do it, and don't seek no reward. Your reward is going to be to be God-like. Give me Romans 9:3. Oh, let me look at that right quick. Finna get ready to wrap this up, man. It's later than what I wanted to start. We're gonna get that on track though. Yeah, read that 9:4. Romans 9:4.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 4.
Salaki. Let me see who are Israelites. Start at verse 3, Salaki.
The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. For I wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Verse 4.
Now, he's talking about his kinsmen according to the flesh. Meaning, he wished himself cut out from Christ that his people, according to the flesh, meaning you come in the flesh through sex. You born into the world, flesh and blood person. He loved his people to the point that he would sacrifice himself that they might be saved. That's the spirit of this brotherhood. Keep reading.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites.
Who are what?
Who are Israelites.
Keep reading.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory.
Now, we're going to finish that, but we just read in the last scripture that your reward is to be a child of the Most High God. All right? So when we get started, who are Israelites? That's a reward for Israelites. To whom pertain the adoption, mean we can come back to be a child of the Most High God.
Right.
Keep reading.
And the glory.
And the glory.
And the covenant.
And the covenants. Covenants is a contract. Our forefathers made an agreement with the Most High. Keep reading.
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law. Guess what? That's what this about. You keep the law, you'll love your brother. You don't seek nothing in return. Because this is a duty. This is a brotherhood.
That's
meaning,
right.
when, I don't know if you got brothers and sisters and you came up, your brother come to the house and say, they try to jump on me. You jump up like, it's my duty to go help my brother.
Right.
It's my duty to go help my sister. And guess what? It ain't no amount of money or no physical reward that'll take that away from you. Right. Same way in this truth. We got to look at ourselves like a nation with an identity walking this truth. Now, with that, let me see. Oh, one more scripture. We finna get ready to close that. Give me that Matthew 20:6. It was meaning the disciples, all the questions that you dealing with as a disciple of Christ today, it's already in the scripture. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers won't, don't get me wrong, some brothers like the rank and order. I know I want to rule when Christ comes. And there was a question about that rank, about that order. One of the disciples' mother came, can this one be number one and number two when you come into your throne? And other disciples had issues about it. Guess what Christ tell them? He who wants to be great among you, it's Matthew 20:26. should be a servant of all. Read that.
Chapter 26.
Yeah, 20 and 26.
The book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 26. But it shall not be so among you.
Well, start give me the scripture before.
But Jesus called unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they are great, exercising authority upon them. Verse 26.
Salaki. Start that over.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 20, verse 25. But Jesus called them unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. Verse 26. But it shall not be so among you, but whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister. Verse 27.
All right, start right there. Now, verse 25. Let me see. Oh, Salaki. Hold on, let me get right there where you at. And now, verse 25 says, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them, and they that are great exercise authority upon them. All right? Meaning they exercise or they lord it over them. You know what I'm saying? Just like in this society. Right. You got 1% of the population, they got all the wealth in the country.
Right.
So how is they lording over you? Because they sending you to work at 12 hours out the day on a 40-hour job that you cannot pay all your bills with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They lording over you every time the police stop you and shoot you down if you say the wrong thing. They lord it over you all the time. But Christ is telling his disciples, you don't be like that. Verse 26.
Verse 26. But it shall not be so among you.
He said it should not be so among you. Keep reading.
But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister.
Let him serve. Those who want to be great in the government, because Christ is calling together his body. You know what I'm saying? The administration, the bride of Christ. If you want to be great in his body, serve the nation. Serve these brothers. Do for them. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ said, what you did unto my little ones, you did unto me. You're going to have to serve and not be served. You know what I'm saying? That's the spirit of this brotherhood. All right?
Come.
Verse 27.
Verse 27. And whosoever will be chief.
Whoever among y'all going to want to be the high-ranking man, the chief, keep reading.
Let him be your servant.
Let him what?
Let him be your servant.
He got to put in a lot of work to serve the nation. Moses put a lot of work. Christ put in work. He gave his life to the point of death. King David, we go all the prophets. You know what I'm saying? They serve the people. All right? With that, we get ready to end the class. I'm going to say shalom. Yahabbashim to the warriors. We are the I.S.U.P.K. under commanding Gen.YAHANNA from 125th Street, Harlem, New York. And if you're not in the UPK, you're not in the truth. I'm going to hand the class over to priest and officer. I'm a one.
Cut. 6-month rule. A sister or brother in the school for 6 months, they heard her shed their self of the world. They're to be saluted only. If they need a ride, the camp leader will provide or arrange a ride. They're here to shed their self of the world. Passover coming up. Make sure you get your Passover fees in. And make sure you look glorious. The brotherhood is going to be live. We got
All right.
What else we got going on?
Oh, you good, boy. You good, boy.
Shalom, Lord of Christ.